The spirits of the forest and the lost jewels are the history of the Dresden region. It is based on the folklore and legends of the Dresden region, with themes of magical elements, respect for nature, bravery, and wisdom. Once upon a time, in the deep forests of the Dresden region, there was a beautiful village. In that town lived a good-hearted girl named Elsa. Elsa loved to walk in the woods every day, working in the fields of the village. It is said that there are mysterious spirits living in the forest, and Elsa often heard about it from her grandmother. One day, while Elsa was walking through the forest as usual, she suddenly found something shining at her feet. It's like a little gem. Elsa picked it up, and couldn't help gasping. The jewel was like a star in the night sky, glowing blue. What the hell is this? Elsa wondered as she squeezed the jewel. At that moment, a low voice came from the forest. Give me back that jewel. Elsa looked around in surprise. Then a spirit appeared among the trees. The spirit had long hair and green eyes, and its body was covered with tree skin. I am the guardian god of this forest, Wald. The jewel you found has been lost for a long time, said the spirit in a low voice. Elsa asked as she hurriedly picked up the jewelry. But why is this gem so important? Waldo replied, with a slightly lonely look. That jewel has the power to protect the forest. In the past, the ancient spirits who guarded this forest entrusted their power to the jewel to protect the life of the forest. However, the jewel was lost hundreds of years ago, and the forest gradually lost its power. Then I'll return this jewel. Elsa mustered up the courage to say, Thank you. Waldo nodded quietly. But just returning the jewels won't restore the power of the forest, and in order to restore this forest to its original strength, you also need the power of your heart. Elsa was surprised. The power of my mind? Yes, Waldo smiled. When you return this jewel to the forest and sincerely desire it, the forest will regain its power, and your kind heart will draw out its power. Elsa thought deeply. I was worried about whether I could save the forest with my small strength, but I made up my mind. Well, I want to return this gem to a sacred place deep in the forest, so that the power of the spirits can be revived again, Elsa said, and hugged the jewel to her chest. Waldo smiled. Thank you for your courage. Now go to the holy place. Elsa was guided by Waldo, and went deep into the forest. On the way, he crossed beautiful flowers and streams, and finally came to a place with a sacred stone altar. Elsa placed the jewel there delicately, and sincerely asked him, Please protect this forest again, and give it the power of life. Elsa's voice echoed in the silent forest. At that moment, the jewels flashed, and the trees in the forest began to rustle. The sky was filled with starry light, and the entire forest seemed to have come to new life. Elsa saw the beautiful scene, and was really relieved. Thank you, Elsa. Your courage and kindness have awakened the power to protect this forest. Elsa then returned to the village, and the forest regained its power. The villagers were blessed with abundant nature, the crops were fertile, and they could live happy days. After that, Elsa continued to appreciate the forest, and lived as a guardian of the forest alongside the spirits. That's all.